Your avoidant will absolutely waste your time, and I'm going to tell you things in this video that you probably don't want to hear. But I need to be direct with you, I need to be honest, I can't beat around the bush. I'm not going to try and protect your heart because your greater self relies on the truth. I've been in your shoes, and I wish I had someone be direct with me. However, I do need to emphasize that your avoidant isn't necessarily a malicious person. They're not necessarily narcissistic, they're not necessarily a user or a manipulator. But the way that avoidants handle breakups is totally unfair, and you should not have to sit through any of the things that I'm about to mention. And if you are, please reconsider. Now, you're probably already familiar with this term, but it's the push-pull cycle. Now, I'm going to emphasize on it in a way that you may not have heard. Many people know the push-pull to be someone that comes and goes as and when they feel necessary, but there's something deeper that isn't necessarily explained by many people. Some avoidants like to keep you hooked. Now, what do I mean by that? They like the ego boost. They like that safety net, knowing that someone still likes them, someone still cares, and they can feed off of that. There's no commitment, there's no necessity for a relationship. So of course, that in between feels safe. It provides everything that they could possibly want from a relationship, but without having to actually provide one. So of course, as soon as intimacy builds, they vanish. The next thing I'm about to mention is quite possibly the biggest sign that you need to walk away and not waste your time with your avoidant if they're keeping you in emotional limbo, and that is not taking any accountability for their actions or the way that they've handled things. The biggest thing of all when it comes to avoidance is their lack of accountability. They don't sit down and ever apologize and take full ownership for their behavior, and if they don't do that, then you're practically doomed. Yes, I said it, doomed. And I'm not going to sugarcoat that, it is true. If your avoidant isn't going to sit and do the healing, they're not going to sit and actually say, no, I'm sorry, not necessarily because they want anything from you, but just because they know they've done something wrong. If they can't sit and apologize for all the things that they've done, for all the ways that they've kept you in emotional limbo, confusion, uncertainty, then that lack of accountability is going to muster into a million other problems. So I'm going to be honest, if they have zero accountability, they haven't apologized to you once, they haven't tried to have that hard discussion, I would leave it in a heartbeat. Only because you're going to hurt yourself so much more long term by not prioritizing yourself. Now, if they are communicating with you, they've kept you in this sort of in-between space and you're confused about where you stand with them. If they're all talk and no action, that's the biggest sign you need to leave. Avoidants love to give empty promises because they can't even keep one to themselves. They don't even know how they're going to feel tomorrow because the second intimacy arises, they want to run away. In their heart, they know they want a relationship, of course they do. That's why they keep having this confliction of coming back and forth. But that's not healthy, and they can't keep doing that to you. So yeah, they may turn around and say, maybe one day, oh, I'm just not ready yet, I just need a bit more time. All of that is their confliction speaking. It's empty promises. Unless they come to you with real change and actual commitment and decide to sit through those hard feelings and work on it with you, there's nothing there. So before you decide anything, before you make a permanent decision based on temporary feelings, ask yourself, with everything that's going on right now, do you really feel like you're working towards a relationship? Or are you living more in the hope that it's becoming one? Because if that is the case, prioritize yourself. Your avoidance simply will never respect you or see your value all the time they have access to you. Think of it as having the cake and eating it. If they can be with you and still appreciate you as a person in some way, without having to commit to you, why would they take that initial step? Because they have everything they need. So please, prioritize yourself.